what I experienced when I was in the planning commission serving the Prime Minister's committee, I have not had a similar experience ever since.
You were talking us through why you moved from a government job. Did it have anything to do with UPA1 and all the, now in hindsight, a lot of corruption going on?
So Bhanu, let me get it right. You are IIT, IAS, a lawyer and an IIM.
So this confluence has really put me in great position to influence and impact.
There has been a significant increase in infra development in the country over the last 10 years as compared to the previous years and so on. Is that something which, from your vantage point, you have also seen, or is it more what we get fed in the media?
But then, as you rightly said, there was a lot of political constraints in which the government was working. A lot of our initiatives did get pushed back. The gap is so immense that no matter how much we do, we still have more to do.
You suddenly moved into IFC, doing all these big infrastructure projects, and then Lehman happens and the entire financial services globally shuts down.
Yeah.
Did you have any regrets of what have I done? I was better than you.
World Bank and IFC pick up their activities right at the time when crisis hits in the markets because the role is really developmental.
Help me understand the economic model of electricity in India.
The state discoms perpetually run in losses, creates a lot of market inefficiency because of this.
This energy most likely needs to be provided through nuclear. Do you see nuclear energy projects happening in India?
Viks, I think you know a lot.
I learned it at IIMs, how to make things up.
Give out electricity at highly subsidized rates to agriculture. And so this year, for example, we are seeing again those questions prop up. Do we have enough power to meet our peak demand? This is a discussion which is running contrary to what international climate change argument is about.
जल्द ही भारत $5 trillion economy बन जाएगा.
But what phase change is India going to go through? Because you cannot grow 5 times if you're growing 10% incrementally each year.
If you see, when China was transforming, the type of numbers they used to speak was eye-popping. We are at least speaking huge numbers now. They have to do it. They say Modi ka promise, Modi ka guarantee. So they have to do it. And that's really where we sit in the center as IFC, helping governments create the market.
I am a firm believer that if you create markets, then demand and supply, they find an equilibrium in.
This is, in fact, one of my strengths which I bring to my job, which is my professional and personal networks. And a lot of my job is about putting in the regulations, putting in the governance mechanisms in place so that the private sector can come. There's something called competitive federalism that has been unlocked in India. That where is the window of opportunity? Where is that political window? It led to a dispute where Reliance said my performance of my rolling stock is not as per standards because your infrastructure was not created. The issue really here is that the private sector sometimes is seen as most efficient. It may or may not be this case.
What is IFC and what's your relation with the World Bank? How much money to invest or grant in a particular country? Do you have that at the central level?
So it was the largest solar project in one site that was conceived at that point. Now, of course, we do much bigger. So we have a concept called maximizing finance for development, which means let the private sector do what it can do and don't get into their pathway. Don't try to do that.
What's the funding model for IFC? Where does the money come from?
Do you see the movement in the BRICS currency? I keep hearing there's some BRICS currency, or do you think
we all are looking at de-dollarization and all that? US, is US, right? So with that,
so you went from a planning commission meeting with Montek Singh Ahluwalia to write your GMAT exam. Yeah. That has to be the first. It's not about you not getting to IIM Bangalore. It's like IIM Bangalore not being able to get you.
So in fact, one of the professors used to feel a little intimidated.
Bhanu, if you're looking for a new challenge, you can always start a new podcast.